designer in the industry for the past 18 years and is the author of over 10 craft how-to books, ranging from polymer clay to jewelry making. We're really excited because Linda also recently launched Craft Tech University, offering online classes. Today, Linda is sharing a fan favorite. She's making a splash with friendly plastic. I'm delighted to welcome Linda Peterson. Yay, Linda!
Hi, Tiffany. Thanks, everyone, for being patient. Hello to all you cool crafters out there. You know, I was just following along, having such a good time in the room, and then poof, I was gone. My computer just shut down and everything. So thanks for being flexible. And Tiffany's right. We're going to make a splash today. We're going to be doing some splash beads in friendly plastic. And before I begin my demos, I always like to know, who's in the room and what interests you have. If you would raise your hand, Tiffany, there's a little raise hand corner, right? I guess it's over there in the bottom of the screen. If you'll raise your hand if you are familiar with friendly plastic, if you've used friendly plastic before, that just kind of helps me know who's in the room. Good. Got a lot of you in there. That's awesome. How many of you can put your hands down now. Now, how many of you have used the pellets before or have even seen the pellets? And okay, that's what I thought. Not quite so many. Okay, Kathy has, Dee has, and Sandy. Awesome. And that's what we're going to be using today. We're going to change it up a little bit and use friendly plastic pellets. So I'm going to reset my camera here. And first of all, I want to show you what the pellets come like. You can see they're like little, actually it kind of looks like hail if you've ever been in a thunderstorm. They're just little white pellets, and they melt to the same temperature that the friendly plastic sticks do. Now you will know that they are completely melted. I'm going to show you that I've had some holding for quite a while. You can see it kind of looks like water, but it's not. These are pellets. You will know that they're completely melted when they're clear, just like you see right here. Now I'm putting some petroleum jelly on my hands so that the pellets don't stick, and this is a really good idea if you have acrylic nails like I do. You want to make sure that you get those nice and coated so that the plastic doesn't stick. And this is what we call a Silpat sheet. This is those non-stick sheets that you get in the same department as you get your little gold pans at Bed Bath & Beyond. And so I'm just going to roll up some plastic. Now I'm using a dry heat method, which works really well for this. And all the different heating methods that we use for friendly plastic is going to be something that I'm going to cover in our Fusion Illusion class on Thursday and then again on Saturday. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of plastic and I'm just going to kind of roll it into a ball. It's a little confusing here. Let me move this out of the way. I'm going to put this back onto my griddle so that it stays. And I'm going to just shape it into a nugget form. Now, one of the neat things about working with the friendly plastic, it's kind of like working with silly putty. And you can create any shape that you want. One of the things that you'll want to remember, I have a little jar of petroleum jelly sitting off to the side, and I'm coating the end of my toothpick with petroleum jelly. That way the soft plastic, the melted plastic, won't stick to my wood toothpick as I'm poking it through, and I'm just creating the hole. So you notice I put it in, poke it out the other side, take it out, and I just keep working this back and forth until I've got a nice neat hole like this. Now, because you can still see that the plastic is still melted, although it's starting to get a little milky again, it's starting to cool, I'm going to dunk this into some water. So this is the one that I made earlier. This is what here you can see the difference. We've got melted plastic on this side, and the white is the cool bead. So I'm going to dunk that in there. I'm going to let that one cool, and we're going to work on this one now. Now, because I have used the petroleum jelly on here, we're going to color this with alcohol ink. So oil and ink won't work together. It will rub off. And what I need to do is I need to remove all the oily residue off the beads. I'm going to take a paper towel. This is just some rubbing alcohol. And make sure your bead is good and clean. And that's why I work on these toothpicks. That way, if I have moisturizer or oil on my hands, I don't have to keep touching my bead. Now, we're going to work directly with the alcohol ink itself. You can do this two ways. If you want a lighter application, you can use a makeup sponge, and you can just add some to the makeup sponge. Or if you like them to be pretty bold and bright, just work directly on the bead. And, you know, this is something that you want to have kind of a light touch. You don't want to be squirting the alcohol ink everywhere. And as you know, alcohol ink blends. So let's use another color here. And you don't have to cover the entire surface if you don't want to, but you can see how this is blending together. And you're just going to continue to do that all the way around the bead. And I have another bead that I've done before the show. This one here. And you can see that I've used 2 or 3 different colors. I've got some pinks, reds, oranges, yellows, and then they've all blended together. And another tip to kind of get those little water spritz marks is just to lightly spritz it with a little alcohol. And that'll create nice little effects and little water droplets in your bead. So after these are completely done, what you'll want to do is seal them. I use like a Mod Podge or some kind of glue sealer, and that will keep the alcohol on the bead exactly where you want it to go. And then I have another little tip that I don't have time to share in class, but I will, in the demo here, but I will share it in class, and I'll at least show you the result here. These are the beads. Tiffany, if you want to put up, or if you could please put up the picture of the bracelet. Very good. Okay, these are the same beads that I've used in the bracelet. I've just taken the bracelet apart, so because I was going to redo. There we go. For some reason, I guess I must have hit the wrong button there. But these are the same beads that you saw in that picture, and you can see how these are nice and shiny, and there's a little trick to that, to coating the beads so that they look like glass. But I can tell you these are really pretty beads. And I really think that you'll like the effect. And the neatest thing about these beads is you can make these in any color that you want. So you can match any color of the rainbow, the basic bead, and you can have a bracelet in, you know, an hour and a half or so. These beads take a little longer because the finishing process takes 24 hours. But if you just want some basic beads, basic necklace, you can throw it together.